We are now loaded up in the third game of round 3. We are going to see Team Teddy in the bottom left corner of the map, Blowdeer on Vex, Tedster on Hydros, and Bombs on Grath against 3y3 with Seji on Grath, As1 on Hydros, and Dr. Grum on Celesta. Let's take a look at their composition before we start this match. We see Tedster, he has one warp drone and a sentinel in here, Bombs going for a warp drone as well, and Blowdeer another warp drone and an engineer. So all three of them can potentially backdoor if the game will evolve in that way. We see As1 going for one shadow, one sentinel, just a standard setup with the purifier for Dr. Grum, and we see Seji going for an engineer. So everything is pretty standard except those warp drones. Now let's go and head right into this game. Everything is loaded up, and here we go. Bombs is building Terrapin Troopers, Blowdeer with full focus on Spitfires right now, and Tedster with those Scuttle Guards. As1 and Dr. Grum are coming down towards this bottom side of the map, but it looks like they're going to go for their camp instead, not attempting anything sneaky at this point. Dr. Grum actually wants to go in here and get those critters as fast as possible, while leaving a few units down here to take care of those creeps is really smart from 3y3 there. We see Tedster doing pretty much the same thing with his Scuttle Guards while he is farming up here. Blowdeer is down here and he can possibly contest this, but that Hydros is going to be tough to take down. Let's check our composition for the red team as well. We see Dr. Grum is going for tech level 2, As1 as well, and Seji doing exactly the same thing. Tedster going for tech level 2 as well, Blowdeer the same, and Bombs just that. So it is pretty much everyone is going to be rushing for tech during this game. It is going to be interesting to see who's going to get the first Titan if they chose to do this. Obviously Bombs will want to get that Bramblethorn out as soon as possible. It will be interesting to see if Blowdeer is going to play with Devilkins or rush for tech 3 directly. And Tedster, I believe he's just going to go for tech 3 here. He has to be careful in here. He is getting battered by all 3 heroes, and while he is not surrounded himself, those 2 Scuttle Guards are going to go down. And it looks like they actually wanted for a second there to push towards the tower, but 2 more Scuttle Guards now come in to try and defend. That was a nice pick off for the red team there. Bombs getting his Bramblethorn, and Blowdeer actually going to go into Devilkins at this point. As1 is getting his Shadow, interestingly enough. Seji getting his 2 Bramblethorns as well, while Dr. Grum is going for Purifiers. So 3y3, they are planning to siege up the middle, and they do have that Shadow as well, and a Quadrupus coming up. Those Purifiers are actually going to be in time, I believe, for the first Titan. We see 1 Purifier already, 15 seconds until the Titan spawns. And we see Blowdeer actually going for an engineer. That was pretty nice there from him. He will be able to put that engineer to good use, and we see an engagement down here. Not that much was lost on either side. It looks like Tedster was able to kill 2 Scuttle Guards there, and the Shadow is already there. Nicely done from our red team. Careful with that Shadow, it does actually end up being taken down, but 2 Bramblethorns are going to beat the only one of Tedster, and Purifiers are already there executing bombs. Let's see how those Bramblethorns are going to get away. It looks like they just might. That Shadow did quite a little bit in there, but there is just not enough damage from our blue team at this point of the game to try and seal it out. So right now at this point we see that our red team has full control of the middle with those 2 Purifiers. Let's see if Dr. Grum is not currently producing anymore. Seji is going for his 3rd Bramblethorn and an engineer as well. The Titan has been indeed slain, and Bloated getting tech level 3. His engineer is not quite ready. Tedster getting his ancient ice frog. This Titan is going to be backed by the full red team in here, and those two purifiers are going to be key. They have to be taken down. The shadow goes down as well, and Bloated instantly focuses down those purifiers. One of them goes down, but it is going to take quite a long time. There it goes. The second one is dead as well, but Bloated ends up losing pretty much his whole army in there. However, Tedster and Bombs are doing a great job at just body blocking those heroes in there and their units. So one Bramblethorn is going to go down. Aswan and Dr. Grom are extremely low, but it does not look like they are going to go down just yet. And they do in fact manage to just get out of there. 2 towers have been destroyed by this Titan. And let's see if he's going to get to the third one. I doubt it, but it might be possible still. We see this ancient ice frog from Tedster has come up online, and this Scuttle Guard might be just able to barely escape with its life. Bombs has to rebuild his third Bramblethorn there. Bloated getting Apocalypse straight away. And Tedster, it looks like he's going to go for the second ice frog as well as an Aquadillo. We see one purifier has been remade by Dr. Grom. Aswan is just now getting tech level 3, while Seji is going for Bramblethorn and an engineer. But this engineer is already finished here by Bloadir, so he might want to try and poke a few towers with it. Tedster and Bloadir, and actually the entirety of our blue team is in this side of the map. Medium camps have spawned, and I believe they want to engage straight away. Bloated is getting down here. He wanted to snipe that medium camp with that Apocalypse shot. Unfortunately, he does not manage to do that. And it looks like it is going to be pretty much even at this point. However, on the income tab, they do seem to be pretty much exactly equal. If we look at, let's look at the army tab, we see that the blue team is ahead with their army on the map right now, even though the income has been pretty much the same. And they have been a little bit more efficient with their units. This iron cannon is going to get taken down by bombs before it can do any serious harm there. Not able to kill that tower, and both teams will want to take their in-camp medium creeps right now. Dr. Grom and Aswan are taking care of this one, while Seji is going for the top one. Bombs is still here. I believe he wants to farm those critters a little bit more, but it looks like right now he is going to go back and take his medium camp as well. Bloated has now engaged the other medium camp, and it is going to be slowly taken down by him. And we see he is building another Apocalypse and a few Devilkins. Tedster not producing anything at this point. I believe he might be supply capped, and Bombs right now is getting tech level 3, I believe, for that Trebuchet. That Trebuchet is going to help out a lot during the Titan fights. We've seen an engagement here from our red team, and actually Bombs was almost surrounded right there. Those Ice Frogs are just trading abilities, but the Bramblethorns are in a good spot right there. Purifiers are doing a lot of work in the back. Bombs is trying to just kite away with those Bramblethorns and to not be in range of the Purifiers, but they are moving forward a little bit here. And we see some nice Apocalypse shots. Those destructive prophecies did a lot of damage to the enemy team's Bramblethorns, but those Purifier shots are just a little bit too much. 2 Bramblethorns go down for Bombs there, but they did manage to take out one hero in the process. So pretty much even at this point, even though I believe that the blue team lost more than they won during that fight, Titans have spawned, and Bombs is running around with only one Bramblethorn. He is going to get that Trebuchet up and running, but it is going to take a little bit of time. Bloadir is going to get his Ember Fiends, while Tedster is now getting Aquadillos. Aswan, on the other hand, is going for Ancient Ice Frogs and Quadrupus. Dr. Grom looks like he wants to get a Wind Ray. He has 4 purifiers, and it looks like that is going to be enough for him. He does not want to get any more purifiers right now. Let's see how this fight is going to go. We see that the Titan health is pretty much equal at this point. That was a nice engagement with the Aquadilla from Tedster. We see some destructive prophecies going down. On top of those purifiers, 2 of them go down, and the third one is really low, and down it goes. But the Titan fight is actually really close, and it looks like the red team has indeed managed to win this Titan fight as well. And Aswan actually wants to surrender at this point, because they just lost their entire army right there. Even though they lost the Titan fight, it is not going to be enough. Team Teddy actually takes this one against the 3x3, knocking them down to the losers bracket.